Did your master an audience?
The
How did it
belly
go?
of the great eel roars with hunger. Will you help Barati to calm it? Tangaloa relishes any good meal. But I say justice makes for a savory dish. You served up a mighty feast, and the great eel's belly swells, for a time. Until it hungers again, Barati's work is done. To feed the gods is sacred work. Barati gives thanks.
My master says the outsiders have been given too many concessions.
Every corner of the Deadfire babbles of the devastation from Magrin's teeth. And Aothis marches on Ukaizo while I juggle armloads of enemies. This is no coincidence. Nagati is testing me, I say. If I am not, then Nagati will close her jaws around me. I will live to taunt her and keep my people safe. If you have spent any time in the Deadfire at all, the myth of lost Ukaizo can be no mystery. Akira, and with good reason. They say the beaches of Ukaizo spanned impossible horizons, and its towers graced the light of distant stars. At night, I even... but it is nothing. For what do the tribes not fight each other? For what are we united if not to take back lost Ukaizo? Under Wodika's gaze do we keep order. Atop Nagati's seas are we tested. From Akuhu's bowels do we carry wisdom back to the tribe.
You sure that's wisdom?
Revelation comes from unlikely places, soldier. I say you should have learned this on the battlefield. The gods want this for us, I say. We have come this far to restore order and earn back our empire. So, Watcher, do we unite and sail for Ukaizo? I invite you into my confidence, and you turn against me? Go then, enjoy your new allies, profit, and hold their custom. Do not return unless you bring your senses, and pray that my mind is unchanged when you do. My scouts tell me that you sail from Oriokoiki. I assume you do not have a Oaxaca gesture of fealty to lay at my feet? I need allies, Watcher. For what do you bring me foul omens? We need to be stronger than this, I say. Akira, unless they felt unwelcome in a court full of strangers. Ngati frowns on the Kahanga. This was a trial, a test of our fealty to the old ways. We failed her, I say. I will not fail her twice. A queen's work is not outdone by misfortune, and I am ready for her next trial. It is beyond time that we rid ourselves of the trading companies. The Oaxaca stand with us. With their howling warriors on our side, I say no foreign fighter will hold their ground. We have studied the chart of our ancestors, seen the Deadfire as they saw it. Matario Kozi will lead us home again. It used to be that the strength of the trading companies grew by the lengths of an eel's belly. Now they grow fast and unchecked, feeding off all they find. It is my responsibility to defang the serpent before it bites down on my neck, and I need all the help I can get. My guards apprehended a Valian agent prowling in the shadows of the Brass Citadel. By his own admission, he was there to blow up Rawatai's black powder stores. You must pick up where the Valian agent left off.
Whatever the Watcher thinks is best, I'll go along with it.
Now you hesitate? After the powder house is destroyed, our prisoner's testimony will point the way to Director Castol. You must not fail me. You will have to infiltrate the powder stores east of the Brass Citadel docks. I leave it to you to live by the sword or walk by the shadows. Here, the agent's explosive, while you think the trading companies sharpen their blades. If the crown has not earned your loyalty, then we have failed. Give us this chance to succeed. Do this great thing not for me, but for the people of Neketaka.
What say, Hunter? So it has. She was like a greased pyre in her day, slipping between hands that never grasped her for long. Nothing lasts forever. Good work, Hunter. My contacts hiss of Flamewalker Vesali, a Naga shaman with a venomous tongue. During a conflict between clans, Vesali lured a rival leader into an ambush under the guise of truce. Her snake brethren want her snuffed out. She is rumored to be near the territory she claimed in the eastern parts of the Kawa'urukuhu island chain. Snakes are difficult clients, I say, but I think mine will be very satisfied. Good work, Hunter. You must be in good health to survive Vesali's poison. I have an unusual challenge, seeing as the target is already dead. They call him the Steel Preacher. In life, he was a devout Magranite with a pet construct. Rather than accepting death and passing through Tangaloa's jaws, he paid an animancer to stuff his soul inside his metal pet. Now he is a metal terror, purifying travelers in flame. The trail of his destruction ends on an isle due south of Fort Deadlight. Always better to die clean than meddle in soulcraft, I say. I hope the holy man takes a lesson to his next life. Uamoru is my final assignment. This one is a special request from high places, Akira. Uamoru is a pretender to the Kahanga throne. He thinks himself deserving of Serpent's crown, and is not above killing to wrest it away. One of the flowers sprouting from his head must have pierced his brain. His small but spirited resistance makes port on an island east of Magran's Teeth. Steer clear of his lion. They say that beast has a killing bite. Then the gods truly did not want Uamoru to lead the Kahanga. Pity he learned the hard way. You do good work, Hunter, but the bounties have dried up. That is a spring which time always replenishes in its course, I say.
You open Wodika's book, but the goddess does not appear. You stand alone in a void of ashes and drifting embers.
Light of Aethys be upon you.
Your friend guided you truly. Gadarian Bosch has honored me with the duty of helping his message reach all of the faithful. We answer the Shining God's call. He shows us the way and we march in his wake. Already the Vanguard prepares to make its journey, with more soon to follow. Gadarian Bosch leads the Vanguard. They are the most righteous of the partisans. They will be the first to join the ranks of Aethys, the first to charge at his call.
Baron said something about the Vanguard. You don't think he's that dumb, do you?
I'm afraid you cannot. The Vanguard is reserved for the most faithful among us. You have not even joined the partisans. I agree, and Gadarian Bosch has admitted to the Vanguard all who asked to join. Unfortunately, even if I were to initiate you right now into our order, it would be too late to join the Vanguard. Their ship is docked right now in Nekataka, and set to depart at any moment.
You think he could be on it? If he left right after we did, we gotta go.
They won't take you, but there will be more ships to follow. Stay and learn about the partisans of the lighted path, and I'll see that there is room for you.
That's a real nice offer. We'll think about it and get back to you.
Yes, in fact. We will follow him along the lighted path. When the time is right, he will welcome our souls into his legion. Gadarian Bosch has seen it.
Just your souls, then? Not your bodies?
Candles and bombs.
Hey, Shodi. Those dreams of yours, they still getting to you?
I can deal with the dreams, for better or worse. What makes me sweat is the not knowing. What happens when I
You
stand
missed it.
face to face with my
We're gonna
mom?
park that thing next to Aethys and slit their own throats. I wish they'd gone ahead with it before they got Baron involved. If we can't catch it, can you promise me we'll go right now? I knew there was something I liked about you.
Yeah, I've had thoughts like that for a long time. Except now I'm worried about what...
Wheels, friend.
Already on it.
The others have drunk, Baron. Their souls make their way to Aethys. This isn't the time for hesitation. It's the time for faith. Come, let us show him together.
No, kid!
What is this? You aren't one of my flock. How did you get here?
Lower that. Let's talk. You can't let him decide for you. You know what Olava would think of this.
She isn't here to decide for me either.
What is faith if it isn't tested? These people are willed here by Aethys to challenge you. Make him proud.
I will make him proud.
You can trust a Watcher to know something about that. You won't get a choice with his.
But surely a god can claim my soul when it draws near.
Aethys has come just as I said he would. There will be no other chances.
He must be in need to reach out to us.
Effigy's eyes, kid. You think your tiny soul's gonna change his fate? Right, that's the basic idea.
But he is called for us. Aethys, forgive me.
As you wish, then. Abandon your god. For betrayal, there can be no forgiveness. You will receive not his mercy, but his justice.
Don't you got somewhere you need to be, Bosch? If you're having second thoughts, I can help you follow through.
Not a one. The Shining God will light the way.
Think he's all right? He looks a little seasick.
That would have been me. If I were stronger, it would have been me.
Lucky you weren't stronger then. The gods might have rights to our souls, but they got no right to our lives. Seems to me they'll take from you whatever's not nailed down if you let them.
I could devote my entire life to Aethys, and it would never redeem this.
For right now, let's just get you home.
You find yourself in cold, suffocating darkness. There is a familiar weight in your hand. A lantern. It sputters to life, and the world shifts into focus. A staircase spirals endlessly below you. With nowhere else to go, you start down. A wave of blistering heat hits you. Then a sea salt wind. Divine voices boom and screech. Their words shake the platform beneath you, shake the very air around you. The gods are fighting.
Lay your blame elsewhere, Wodika. I won't suffer your arguments any longer.
Mogren looms large before you, an accusing finger leveled at the melted visage of Wodika. Wodika screws her mouth into a sneer.
You fool! If only we had attacked him when I first proposed it.
Accusations drip bitter as bile from her tongue.
You would dare interrupt me?
Wotica extends a hand, looking for a moment like she intends to swat you from the platform. But the Pallid Knight gives her a long, impassive look, and at last, she jerks her hand away. The Pallid Knight looks down at you, a frown etched deep in her otherwise statue-still features.
I am afraid we are not at our best.
The Watcher's returned. Perhaps we should hear what he has to say.
Helia's birds chatter anxiously among themselves. Wal's many eyes alight on each god in turn.
We make little enough progress on our own.
We try, but agreement eludes us.
Andra's storm-dark eyes swivel to meet yours.
Is there nothing we can do?
Magrin glances at the Pallid Knight from the corner of her eye. After a thoughtful pause, she speaks.
The time has come for us to seize the power we have long left untouched and absorb our scattered children.
Andra nods, her lure bobbing bright.
Terrible though it would be, perhaps you are right.
I did, and I was scolded like a child for my terrible audacity.
A curl of steam rises from her nose. The Pallid Knight looks on, impassive.
Should we be killed in our god forms, we can possess you, our godlike children. Or should we face a force too powerful to stand against, we can absorb your souls, granting us additional strength. You, Helia's wayward daughter, Andra's precious son, and thousands of others. Yes, you would all die.
The Pallid Knight speaks with the chilly temperance possessed only by the god of death.
But the time for that plan has long passed us by.
Are we to keep nothing for ourselves? Not a single secret retained? Not a solitary mystery?
Magrin elbows one of Wal's floating eyes away.
Aethys will lay bare our every secret soon enough. What is one or two revealed now? But we get ahead of ourselves. First, the Watcher must get to Ukaizo, and that will be a trial all its own.
Magrin smiles.
You might change your mind when you stand before it.
The Guardian of Ukaizo has stood watch over that place for millennia. It will not stand aside, not even for Bareth's herald.
Helia, who had been lost in quiet, anxious conversation with her birds, breaks in.
It yet lives.
Of course. Our progenitors crafted it.
A pair of Helia's finches come to join Wal's floating eye. They hover just out of Magrin's reach and swoop in to poke her when she's not looking.
And the Watcher will be forced to reckon with it if he wishes to confront Aethys.
The birds at last linger too long, and Magrin slaps them away. They burst into a cloud of essence, then reform, and fly in a screeching chorus back to Helia.
Ah, there is that heady mix of kith ferocity and hubris Magrin so admires.
Go prepared, Watcher. The Guardian will not stand aside, not even for the Herald of Bareth.
Where's the challenge in that?
Magrin's black teeth shine.
You met my challenge at the Searing Falls without hesitation, after all. And when Firga faltered, you restored her faith in me.
There is another topic we have yet to address.
The Pallid Knight holds up one gauntleted hand, and the other gods fall silent.
Tell me, Watcher, where do you stand? What do you think of Aethys' scheme to destroy the wheel?
Perhaps you misunderstand. This is not a test you will overcome on your own. Aethys intends to change the fundamental structure of life and death. Does that not frighten you? You, Kith, who are most vulnerable?
Aethys loves the mortals more than any of us. He has always been their greatest champion. He believes Kith will rise to his challenge. I am not so sure, but I look forward to watching them try.
What if Aethys is right, and Kith succeed in rebuilding the wheel? What then?
Such hubris. Kith will make a mess of things. You cannot help yourselves. You must be controlled, lest you stray and fail.
And what if they fail?
Then they die. And so do we.
We have to help them.
Worika drives her fist into her hand.
Help them? We should finally bring them to heel!
The Pallid Knight raises a hand and stares at Worika until she falls silent.
Watcher, Aothis yet values your counsel.
The Pallid Knight's eyes bore into yours.
An impassioned plea from the Hound of Aothis may still temper his actions. Confront him at Ukaizo. Only your life.
A faint smile plays at the corner of the Pallid Knight's lips.
Time moves swiftly away from us now.
The Pallid Knight spreads her hands before her.
Go, Watcher. Do what you must.
The edges of your vision begin to dim. Like a sun setting, twilight encroaches on your mind. The Pallid Knight conjures a blinding white light in her palm that swiftly grows to engulf the room. Then, the crack of thunder rends the air, and you feel the floor drop out beneath you. You come to flat on your back, staring at an all too familiar ceiling. Alone, once again.
Not a problem.
Don't let anyone tell you you're too shrimpy to be a fighter.
A moment of your
I was
time,
half your
Watcher,
age when I
if you
started.
will. Some of the hands discovered an unusual crate in the ship's hold. The hand left the crate in the hold if you wish to examine it.
Bairn.
I'm not sure what you want to talk about. I have my life. And I know it's because of you. I know I should be thanking you. But the truth is, I don't know if I want to be here now. Or what I'm supposed to be doing. And I still don't know what to say to Aothis when I meet him one day.
It should be the other way around. He's the one who owes you an explanation. You hear me, kid? He owes you.
What's a good word, Scuttler? He's well scuttled, then? Blimey, you're keen at this. There's more work in your future. Just give me the usual signal, eh? You'll be scuttling a Valian captain next. Rock Stomper Rodul is a mountain dwarf with a penchant for sinking freedom lovers. So you'll be doing me a personal favour scuttling his craft. Knowing the Deadfire waters are short, a pirate hunter is worth 10 times its weight in pyres. Hate to say it, Scuttler, but I'm tapped out. My client's gone awfully quiet. So we're both better off sailing for the next horizon.
I've been loyal to you a long time, Ferrante, but I cannot abide this.
Over here, my friend. Diverus, is it settled now? I do not like having my hand forced by some rogue god.
Indeed, the vote has been cast. There can be no dispute. The traitor Aldis will hang.
Your vote of confidence is appreciated, my Consuelo. Rest assured, you have made the right decision.
The Black Pox seas we have? What a fucking farce! Mark my words, Councilman. Your souls will be damned for this scheme.
Do not forget your promise, Ferrante. With Eldis out of the way, you will sail us to Ukaizo, well before the Huana, the Valen Trading Company, or any others can plunder it.
The god will lead us there, and the floating hangman will navigate the storms. Watcher, your timing is impeccable as always. We have just concluded a vote of phenomenal importance.
Blast this! You can outvote me, but you can't make me stay and watch.
One of our Consuelo members, Captain Aldis, has been charged and found guilty of those crimes, punishable by death. Defiance. On several past occasions, Aldis has willfully dismissed the mandates of the Consuelo. Oh, there is more. Negligence. Too often, Aldis has outright neglected her responsibilities to the Consuelo. When a meeting is called, the presence of all members is required. Excessive cruelty. Aldis and her new bloods often commit extreme violence in pursuit of financial gain. This drives our foes to take harsher measures against us. Sedition, which you witnessed firsthand when Aldis negotiated with our enemies without the consent of the Consuelo. She has single-handedly endeavored to spark a civil war within the Principi on multiple occasions. And, worst of all, betrayal. Aldis sacrificed an entire crew of Principi in an ill-fated attempt to lure out the floating hangman so that she might captain it. This Consuelo session is now concluded. Watcher, might I have a word with you in confidence? What happened at Magran's teeth changes everything. We must acquire the floating hangman if we've any hope to reach Ukaizo before Eothas destroys everything. Which brings me to my current problem. Somehow, Aldis has uncovered a means to summon the floating hangman, but she is hunkered within her stronghold of Fort Deadlight. Myself and the others of the Consuelo must lay siege to get to her. However, you have a means of entry to the fortress. I need what she knows before I can hang her. Obtain it for me, and I will grant you her seat on the Consuelo. So you are loyal to her, and as much a traitor. Ready for fire! Anyone who brings me this boat's head and 5 ships from my fleet!
Are you ready to meet up? Right this way, Captain.
Ah, Captain. Beholding you never ceases to be a wonder. I only wish we met under more pleasurable circumstances. Would have liked to see Ferrante hanging, myself. I can imagine it well enough, though. For your loyalty, I'd like you to have Scoradeo's Edge. It's been a good sword to me. I know you'll put it to good use. Hopefully by killing more of my enemies. I'll be taking command of the Principi now. I'm calling a meeting of the council at Dunwich. Sail with me to Dunwich, Loveson. I'd like to have you at my side when I bloody the place. Arriving with the full protection of my fleet is the best call. We're off then. Welcome to Balefire Beacon, Captain. Have you a moment? I'd like to fill you in on our next course of action. Everything we thought was important has changed. If a god is going to kill us all, if he's headed to Ukaizo, I say we beat him there. Either it'll save us, or we'll have a hell of a view to Aora's end. What say you?
It will take some time to refill the Consuelo's vacant seats. For now, those of us remaining are united behind Aldi's. Our fleets will join in the journey to Ukaizo, with the fabled floating hangman at the helm.
I did think it a far-fetched idea at first.
Ferrante had planned to use the galleon. It has the ability to manipulate the winds and seas. It could part Ukaizo's storms, allowing us to sail through.
I guessed his aims well enough through his interest in the galleon's history. But it was thanks to your findings in Isaea's tomb that I knew what to look for. It's Lucia's lost sword that's key. She took an undying oath to protect the Engoliero d'Or spears for the Darkotsi line. If you speak the oath before the sword, the seal on its scabbard will release, drawing Lucia and the galleon to you. Iogure de protegere, mat paladina med Darkotsi, e ure ioste regle, me aurelia Darkotsis ere. Gure cui luretto bon aimo iba feta, e pore pere cue maudicena sfiace, mi convorande. Take the sword out to the high seas. Unsheath the sword by chanting the Darkotsi oath. When Lucia comes for it, kill her, and take the Fonferros. In the meantime, I'll set the entire Principi into movement. Expect a formidable fleet at the ready on your return. We'll conquer Ukaizo and sack its riches. You'll see. Good. I'll be counting on you. Andra's luck to you, Loveson.
Conferme o engoliero due spears. Then you have my gratitude. Now give me my engoliero due spears. I do not negotiate for the sword. You pirate captain can drown 1,000 deaths for all I care.
Not a problem.
I'll happily lend you my ear. And I knew you were the only captain who could take it. You are more than worthy of your chair on the council. The Principi are ready to sail for Ukaizo. Me and my fleet will reconvene with you outside Andra's Mortar. Until then, Loveson.
Watcher of Cadnua, if I might have a moment of your time. I seek a truant member of the Circle of Archmagi. Maura. She sent rather cryptic word that she'd found something of cataclysmic potential in the Black Isles, something that could aid you in the fight against Aothas. You've aided the Circle of Archmagi once before. We've found ourselves wondering if you might do so again, as soon as you're able. Maura's drive is frightening, foolhardy, and her love of the Deadfire, uncompromising. We must make sure she doesn't destroy Aora in an attempt to save her archipelago. I will await you in the Black Isles, a volcanic chain in the southeastern sea, due south of Tikawara. Don't tarry over long, Watcher.